Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday morning breakfast stream. I'm still fidgeting today. So yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning, Mega Terra Nova. Early as always. Oop, that's the wrong thing. There we are. Alright, let's check our audio. Right. Alright, Davina, welcome to the stream. Good morning, good morning. Alright, we got me audio. We've got game audio. Hello, hello everyone. Good morning. It is already a roasty toasty Saturday. Oh, I'm gonna have to restart my... Well, we're gonna go rogue for a second here. So, I have a breakfast bowl this morning. I've got some egg whites, some turkey bacon, some toasty bits, and some avocado. I don't know how appealing this is to anybody else, but that's what's for breakfast. And then in my mug, I have, I'm trying something new today. So I've got the Jade leaf matcha, and I was going to make a normal latte, but I was like, I could use something kind of cooling today. So I also added some of the loose leaf lavender peppermint tea that I have. So we will see how that goes. I've definitely had other flavors in like a matcha latte before, so we're gonna try that. So, ooh, that's delightful. That's delightful. Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Let's get into it. All right, that's right. We were doing a quest, and I got distracted. All right, and let's sneak. We've got an elevator. I remember I'm a little encumbered, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Man, you two are bad at squatting. Okay. No, something opened. I try to remember to put them in the upload description, but I have my Benderminator t-shirt. I bought some, like, new gym shirts, and I had a little bit of fun with it. Okay. Ooh, that one was acidic. Okay, I think I actually have something for this. Oh, it's gone now. So I think I actually have some stuff that like protects you from or reduces the damage you take from like environmental stuff. I think this is like the first time we've encountered like what's the word I'm looking for? Like an acid mine? Guess we'll pick up that. Do we have stuff to scrap? I should find out, huh? Inferno Scythe. I think we're just gonna scrap it. I think I remembered I wanted to keep the Raptoprod in case it became like an invaluable friend later. Okay. We are multitasking. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. I, for some reason, thought we were going somewhere much cooler than this. We're just back in the office. Aww. That makes me a little sad. I can't pick up the, what is that, crimson vodka or whatever it is. Okay, well that was a little anticlimactic. Alright, let's take a look at our journal. There we are. The doom that came to Roseway. Release. You needed a key. You found the needed key card and opened up the route. Oh, I almost forgot about Cassandra. Oops. That's right. We kind of strong-armed her a bit.
You picked the wrong damn day.
Wait. How did we pick the wrong damn day? Or are those just ambient sounds? I actually don't know. I 100% do not remember exactly where Cassandra is. I remember she was in a situation that looked very much like a cage, but I don't know. Okay, so it looks like she's below us. I don't know if that's bad for you or not. I can't imagine any kind of industrial water is probably very good for you. Who knows? Okay.
I would ask what was on your mind, but the answer is obviously me.
Okay, I'll be back. Okay, this way? What am I looking at here? Something behind that wall. Okay, cool. Wait. Oh, it faked me out. Dang it, there's 2 quest markers. So, is that it? Like, oh, one of these days I will figure this out. Oh, I can't jump over the railing. I'm either not strong enough or the game's not really into jumping. Okay. Ah ha 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 ha.
Finally. I've never been so pleased at the sight of an open door. Please tell me you've cleared a way out of here.
Excuse me. I've cleared both paths out of here. Don't make me regret it.
So you have. I am much obliged. And now, if you do not mind, I have had quite enough of this wretched place.
I'm gonna need you to turn over that research, though.
Oh, really? And why, pray tell, would I do a thing like that?
because you don't want a price on your head, and I went out of my way for you.
Your point is well taken. I would rather not spend the rest of my days looking over my shoulder for the shadow of my headhunter. Here, take the damned research. Tell Crane I hope he chokes on it.
Bye. I know we could have milked her for more, but that didn't seem necessary. Besides, I don't want to burn all of my bridges. We may encounter her again, so. I have no idea what that did. Oh. Let's take a ride. What a weird place. It would have been nice to have more in here than just like a landmine. I mean, yeah, the body had some, like, goodies on it, but nothing to write home about. Can we fast travel where we're going? Let's find out. Haha, we can. Not that there isn't plenty to see on the trip, but still.
Damn right we left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
You let them get away. Worthless, the lot of you.
Well, you get what you pay for, don't you?
My befuddled security chief and his crew are even more worthless than my wildest imaginings. They've abandoned their posts.
Imagine
Madness. And what the hell do you want?
that. I've convinced the outlaws that staying would be hazardous to their health.
My research? Please tell me you've recovered it. That's... You can't possibly understand the enormity of what you've done for me. Did you find my colleague, Jameson?
Yeah, he's fine.
That is wonderful news. I'd feared the worst. Excellent. If we're done here, I'd like to get back to work. You understand.
Hey, Jaeger Man, welcome to the stream. And you are welcome to lurk. We are just having some... I got some breakfast here. And playing some video games. It'll be a good time. So welcome, welcome. And happy Saturday. Alright, is there anything else?
Actually, there is something else. Why do you suppose Auntie Cleo's would want to market diet toothpaste to the lower classes?
I believe it has something to do with reducing requirements and thereby lowering costs. Thanks. Yeah, it's toast, some egg whites, turkey bacon, and I have a sliced up avocado. I got this like seasoning mix from the farmer's market, so I've been like making an unnecessary amount of avocado toast, but that is one of the perks of living somewhere so hot, is it also means that we have absolutely amazing avocados here, so I will take it.
Yes, but that doesn't quite ring true. There's something amiss here. It nags at me like a sore tooth, but I can't.
Haha, because we're investigating toothpaste. I don't know. My hat goes off to the writers. It is really good. I grew up on the East Coast, and then, so, like, my perception of avocados is that they're kind of, like, flavorless and hard, or they go, you know, bad quickly. They do go bad quickly, but, and then, yeah, so there's, like, a pop-up farmer's market, like, that comes to my neighborhood pretty often. I can leave my door, walk 4 minutes, and it's like, perfect avocados. I love it. Reducing appetites of people performing physical labor is potentially life-threatening.
By the architect, this could be a disaster. Why did I not realize
that? Well, you got your research. That's what's important here, right?
That would have been enough before, but you questioning my motives, my compassion, has unsettled me. All I cared about before was Byzantium. I believed getting there was everything, that my life would finally have meaning.
Ooh. Have a great day, Jaeger. Yeah. Have a great day, Jaeger man. Okay, let's not, like, dump on this guy. He could be an ally. You've been sold a bill of goods. I would refuse to play their game if I were you.
That's easy for you to say. You're not trapped like I am.
And who's keeping you trapped?
I honestly don't know.
You should think about it. Oh, hell yeah. Level up. Alright. Let's see. Alright. We got those guys topped off to 50. Oh, okay. 60. We have 6 left, so 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, let's dump them all into guns. That looks great. I like that we can start specializing now. That's great. All right. Oh, that's right. Perks. Oh, yeah. We now have, like, all these perks that we can play with. I like having companions. Oh, heck yeah. Assassin. Quiet weapons deal more damage. Okay. Snake oil salesman. Increase the range at which all interactable items around you highlight. Okay. Increased carry capacity. Weight of consumables. Weak spot damage. Ooh. Speed demon. Restore health whenever you kill an enemy. Okay, that one's pretty dang good. Harvester. That one's good, but I like this. I know it's only 15%, but, like, dang. That is really convenient. Especially as we're like starting to fight bigger stuff. Ooh, it's breakfast time, it's breakfast time. We make up like stupid songs around the house, and there is a breakfast time song, so. What are we even doing? I don't know. Okay. In order to revive your fellow colonists stranded in hibernation, Dr. Wells needs you to travel to Stellar Bay. Okay. Well. Alright, so that's an option. Oh, okay. Let's work on this. That seems like a fun time. Let's check out our map, though. We might just be going back to the ship. I guess before I get too excited, let me see if there's any more, like... Checkums! I love it. Checkums. Okay, there's gotta be like more in here, right? The cysty pit, that's so gross. Oh. It really would not just like let me just like hop in there. Okay, Orson Shaw.
Oh, hello. Why do you seem familiar? Have we met?
Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. We are having some breakfast, having some tea, and playing some video games. So good morning and welcome. Yeah, you asked me to grab your prototype schematics from storage.
Ah, yes. Very good. And have you done that?
Got them right here.
What a relief. You hold months of work in your hands.
Hold on. Force weapons are contraband. Why didn't you turn this in when you found it?
Anton would have just given them to Porter without a second thought. What a waste of potential that would have been.
These are valuable schematics. I could sell them for quite a profit.
Sadly true. Contraband does tend to fetch a high price among the colony's ne'er-do-wells. So be it. I'll buy them off of you.
There you go. Deal.
Much obliged. Here are your bits. Now, let's see here. Attach this, twist that, apply a little pressure, and voila! I can finally call this little side project complete. Thank the law. Oh. I can't be caught with this. You take it. If R&D buys the schematics from me, perhaps I'll get you the first model, hot off the presses. I'll, call you? Yes, I'll call you.
Yep. Yeah, just only a little bit of a scumbag. You know, we have to balance these things. I really would like to be able to just use someone's shower. I imagine at this point we are quite grungy. Alright, now let's go see the vicar. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's a little spicy here. Oh my gosh, there was like some big thing in the news because like, like Apple weather apps were projecting the temperature here to be like way hotter than it was supposed to be. And like, because I've been here for like very, very hot weather before, I like didn't question it when somebody was like, oh yeah, I think it's supposed to be like, and you'll have to forgive me, my like imperial to metric, or in this case Fahrenheit to Celsius, is not great. So in the news it was telling us that it could be like 48 degrees Celsius or like 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's still going to be spicy, like I'm not going to pretend. I think it is going to be like 43 next week, so there is that. But oh my goodness, that would have been more excessive than usual. So, but it's that time of year. Okay, here we go. We're going to scrap that. Let's hold on to this just for now to make sure everyone is outfitted when we get back to the ship. And that's where we're going. Totally could have just opened my map. Oh yeah. Landing pad. Let's go back to the Unreliable. I have acquired woolly cow rug. Oh, that's right. I picked up a few things that we can like decorate with. That's exciting. Okay. Woo. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a couple notes for this game and the controls. I tried to fiddle around with them and then just kind of set them back to standard.
You don't think that's a problem? Whole ship's running on a computer's fancy. That'll make you nervous, creature?
No, Felix. The concept of a ship computer does not make me nervous. Are you scared of Ada?
I ain't scared of Ada.
Good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's just...
Oh, hello. It is Sam.
What happened?
There's no response. Oh, okay. So I think this is the first time this door's been open. There's no response from the automechanical unit. A serial number etched in its chassis includes the letters Sam. Oh, I wonder if Sam is going to have a quest for us. I don't remember where the... Oh, are these the...
Captain Hawthorne used to be more dashing.
Captain Hawthorne, I also think, used to be masculine, so... You know... Okay, this is junk. Wait, I don't know how to access, like... Does the ship have its own inventory? What is this? Something to break down, I'm pretty sure. Alright, what do we have here? Century Saber. Let's break that down. Alright, so this is the force weapon that we have. So I guess he's going to be making us a prototype. That's kind of cool. Examine. So like the spores of the puffball cast on the wind and aligning on fresh soil, we put down roots. Adelaide.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
I mean, I'm trying to. Maybe I can only use these items in a communal area? You know, this place is a little messy, you two. Okay, we got parts. We have quest items. All right, I need to look because I have no idea. Okay, I don't want to know where they are. I want to know how to use them. Oh my goodness. If anybody knows, please. Oh, okay. Okay, I think they might just appear somewhere specific then. So I thought it was going to be a little more like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like free flowing, like you can place them in other games, but I don't think so. I think, oh, there it is. So he got the cow rug, and then somebody should have received some medical books. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I just was very unsure. I was like, oh, is there like a ship inventory or storage? Well, geez. So there are our quarters. Let's come over here. That seems like a very uncomfortable place to sleep. Alright, so we ended up not doing this. We're gonna keep the flamethrower, we're gonna keep the vermin, but I will break down this. And I think I want to give this, let me look at what Parvati is wearing. Okay. Engineering 15, perception. Okay, like, we can just grab this. Okay. I thought I was doing someone a favor, but, no, that's fine. Yeah, so let's see. So we have some modifications. Is anything in here unmodified? What is a fun times barrel? I don't know, but it seems good. Nice. Okay, so that's fun. What is this? Magnum. It looks like all good stuff. We're gonna upgrade. We're just gonna upgrade everyone's stuff. I figure speed grip looks good. That thing is terrifying. Current magazine mod. Okay, so this is like the improved version of what we're already rolling with. Guess no. Oh, it's already installed. Never mind. Okay, we have another one of these fun time barrels. Oh, and then this is the new magazine mod. Okay. I'll take it. Also flamethrower. Are we not excited for this? Okay. Ooh. Quiet barrel, but okay, Mr. Power and Mr. Ouch. Alright, that looks good. And is there anything else for us to get rid of? We have a fair bit of junk, but our weight isn't bad. So I'm gonna save and let's head out. I guess we'll swap Ellie. I have a feeling, at least right now, Parvati is going to be my ride or die. Monarch, one of Olympus's many satellites, which should have been Halcyon's second habitable world, has long since been abandoned by the Borg due to monstrous, ravenous creatures. Yeah, you know what? Let's. We saved.
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding a route to Monarch.
Put him on screen.
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Colt Kelly.
Alright. I guess we're talking to Gladys first.
Yes, Captain. Initiating travel sequence to the Groundbreaker. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Okay, I think we're gonna swap Max and Ellie.
Stay safe out there.
This might be good. Okay, so we're going to... Yes. Yes. I don't know. Parvati wanted to see the wide world, and I'm happy to show it to her. Let's swap to this one.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known
love
as
the dialogue.
grand plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Actually, we have a journal. We have some vending machines, but we do have a friend as well.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
Oh, it's just too funny.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Tripical Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Hi.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do.
I investigated that distress signal.
What's that? Speak up now.
About those secrets you asked me to look into.
What'd you turn up?
I acquired some research on Raptidon musk. Are you interested?
Pardon me, sweetheart. My old ears must have misheard you. Did you say Raptidon? Gracious. Someone must have hauled them off Monarch. Naughty, naughty. A couple of folks around here might pay a fair few bits for this. Might even be able to start a bidding war.
I think that's it.
Are you positive? Honest to goodness?
I'm certain there's nothing left.
Can't say I wasn't hoping for more, but I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime.
I think we'll just wait. Let's see what you have for sale.
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, we have plenty of bits. I was gonna say creds, but that was wrong. All right. Alright, is this the purple berry punch? Yeah. Spacer's chow. Pasta. Ooh, borscht and beans. Purple berry lunch. It's a lot of Raptidon meat. I feel like it gives credence to our story. I feel like we haven't used any of like the chems in this game. This is what I was talking about. Let's see. It reduces the length of negative effects, which I guess could have helped with the goo stuff. Okay, we're gonna sell like most of these. And then, can we just sell all of our junk? Yes, we can. Oh, we did get a 29% discount, though. and let's just buy the
it's almost
pass.
time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Thanks. Oh wait, no, there was something else, wasn't there?
What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Okay, there's nothing here. Oh, you mentioned groundbreakers outside of the board's control. Oh, okay. Yeah. We talked about that.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Alright. Well, so I guess that's kind of the balance. It's like you can kind of coerce the scientists to give you...
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Monarch is a wretched hive of terrorism and anarchy. We'd best top off our ammo stock before we leave.
I feel like that's some sage advice right there. Yeah. Lilia Hagen runs Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Okay, cool.
C&P near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
This way, maybe? Yes. Is that a baby? Oh, she's coming in, guys. She's coming in.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicar. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
Hi, baby boo.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
All right.
If this is something Tobias could handle, see yourself out the door.
I've got a nav key to Stellar Bay. Is that job still up for grabs?
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What's Sublight doing in Fallbrook?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
How unconventional? Asking for a friend.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
Ty Babu. What kind of salvage are we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
What is that?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Ah, yes, Alta Vitae. I knew someone who inhaled it by accident. I'd never seen anybody spontaneously combust before.
I see your friend here is the brains of the operation. Good. Every salvage crew needs one.
I always felt like, I mean, I know there's like the blood oath involved, but I always felt like Chewie was most certainly the brains of that operation. Like, because it's definitely not Han. I will take the job.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Anything else I should know about Monarch?
Few laws and even fewer people to enforce them. If you're working for the right side.
So I'm guessing this gives us a better port to go into.
You'll do fine. It's probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
All right.
Let us take heed that we are not caught bending the law. I am not keen on another long-term penitentiary assignment.
Hey, Mr. Vicar. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
Especially not when you put it
say yes
that.
And go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
Oh, it's Belle.
It get cooler in here? I swear they had the heat turned way the hell up.
Let's see what you have for sale. All right. Yes, ma'am. So we're getting a 29% discount. All right, that looks good to me. Ooh. Super Scoper. Alright, let's see what we have in our mods. Here, anything we have a lot of, we're gonna sell. And I'm sure some of these are like some pretty like basic Betty stuff. We'll sell one of these. I don't think they weigh anything, which is kind of nice. All right. Let's see if I can repair my own stuff. Let's save, because there look like there's some real angry red blips in this direction.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Freighter crew. I thought it said frightened crew, and I was like, ooh, is that a side quest? Okay. I'm just being nosy. real nosy.
Gosh, that's clever.
What's this? I'm glad they locked up their tartar sauce. There we go. It said to be prepared when we go to Monarch, the next planet, so it seems like bullets might be the answer to a lot of our problems. Let's make sure we have enough money to buy them. It's only like a little bit.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time.
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like that, it makes me wonder.
Classy. Well, thanks to that other quest, now I just always assume there might be something behind the toilet.
This is Halcyon News.
I was wondering if there's anyone named around here, but it doesn't. Joseph Vera.
What it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed.
Oh.
Talk to your local manager about applying.
I wonder if it's just sprats up there.
Protecting our wonderful grounds and parks.
Maybe. Oh yeah, okay. It's definitely been a minute. Alright, you two, get in here. We're committing crimes. Come on, all the way in. Okay, so I need a full-on key card for that. Don't for these. Okay. So how do I get a rest and go key card? Well, let's see what we can now scrap. Tactical shotgun, we did upgrade that. Oh. Oh. silly here. I will come back to that when my brain is a little less frustrated by that. Okay. What do we have here? Vending machine. We should just go see our friend outside. That's the bathroom. Don't think that's helping. We want to go this way. Oopsie. Whoop.
Looking for some Spacer's Chaw? It's recommended by 11 out of 10.
This
Spacer's
is like
Choice
so
medical
horrifying.
Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Make a choice. Spacer's Choice. Have a look.
Okay, so I thought the vermin was like something special, but I realize now that's just a thing. So we're gonna sell it. And then I picked up some more loot. Nothing big, but like, hey, it all stacks. I feel like it's bad habits from like Skyrim, where it's just like, oh, early game. Or I'm like trying to, like, you know, earn something specific. Let's just go ahead and just start stealing like cheese. It's fine. I mean, I guess the reality is that like those aren't the most profitable, but alright, well, we're on our way back to the amount of dollars we had. Also, this guy gives us a better discount, so we should come back here instead. Oh, I forgot to see how much ammo he had. Good friend.
Have you tried our dehydrated water tablets? Just add air. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself.
It's made out of like cornstarch.
Make a choice. Spacer's Choice.
Saltuna starch.
Have a look.
Alright, there we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah. Alright, now we should at least have some ammo to get us where we're going. We also should ask about. We should ask Ada about the.
You were our vicar?
Yes, but as I've repeatedly said, I was assigned there as a vicar. I was not a prisoner.
I just can't believe you'd lie.
I was not lying. It had no bearing on my ability to minister to my flock, and was therefore not worth mentioning.
I was told by the friend who recommended this game that like the dialogue is just incredible, and yeah, they were right. One second. That's not what I wanted to do. That's okay. So let's swap. Let's just swap real quick so I can talk to Ada about.
Timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Not now. Oh, is it?
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Put him on screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Okay. Alright, tell me what to do.
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Alright, I have some questions.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Alright, I'm off then.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Woo!
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Do you know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
You mentioned an ether wave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
Halcyon Helen versus the Brain Leaders.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip.
I was hoping I could
And my
get...
ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants.
See if that works.
Had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there.
Rad roaches!
It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
84,000 XP.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Let me guess. This is about Halcyon Helen's murder.
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. but we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first thought was to come to me?
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, so glad to finally have a word with you. I would have been so disappointed if Ludovico monopolized your attention. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
I've never heard of Sublight Underground.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Perea Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Ooh!
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
Can we get back to the point?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You are an extraordinary scientist. If your talents extend to forensics, then you may be exactly what we need. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
So, how many people are involved in this communication?
Just the three of us.
Just three? No one else is just going to jump in here unexpectedly?
You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation.
Scupper.
Please, Captain.
Word.
I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
Ooh. You can count on me.
The future of our complex may depend
Staying
on your
in a bougie
success.
hotel?
I'll leave you in
Absolutely.
the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Mud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Helen must have been pretty popular if her death put an end to your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
You sound a bit worn out.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
They seem like jackasses.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
Alright, I think I have everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric
Hell
complex.
yeah. Side quest! What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper
where they're
atmosphere,
fighting, but
where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
I don't know why they're trusting me to capture Halcyon's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Thanks, Ada. Alright. Oh, that's right. We did do this, and we're about to ring-a-ding-ding again. We are putting a bunch of points in this because now that we know the dangers that may possibly await us. Alright, we have one more, so we're just going to go right on ahead, and we'll put that into sneak. Alright, perfect. And then, oh, I forgot to reactivate my quest. The cleaning machine. I don't know, you guys, but I'm having a great day. Alright, search term Sam. First Sam result. Experimental note 01695. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance, automechanical, and Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some may say a clean, mean killing machine? Should be fun. Second SAM result. Removal of a factory standard part Suds Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. Oh. Let's see. Experimental note 01697. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news! Good news, everybody! I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can, filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing. Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick up the following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Okay, if we are going to a very scary planet, maybe we can get this Sam up and running. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that the Sam door suddenly was open as we're entering this part of the experience. Okay. Install. Oh! Okay. Install Acid Steeper. I guess we picked it up by mistake, or porting.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM?
Yeah.
Registering new owner. Captain.
Welcome to the crew, Sam.
SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
Fantastic. Ah, yes. Okay, here we go. Wow, and a big chunk into 16. Look at us go. Actually, there was a thing in my inventory. Okay, so that requires medical AD. Just curious. 3, 4. Okay. Top you off. Human cower chance. Okay. Actually, okay, yes. Bonus to extra headshot and or weapons, the weak spot. Okay. Amazing. We've got a Sam! I am here for it. That's the wrong button. Alright, we have many choices to make here. Let's take a look at this journal again. Fallbrook. Okay. We're gonna come back to that, especially, but we have 2 quests that are going to take us to the same place. So there we go. I bet we could clear this out, though.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
I assumed that Ada was Adelaide at some point. If that was a point I was supposed to understand at another point, yeah. Okay, I guess we're gonna keep our lineup as it is. And we have room for one more. Okay. Remote landing, like an alien? I guess that would have been aliens, but yes. They're not real big on guardrails, are they? Just looking around. seeing what there is to see. Oh, it's a lift, I think. There we go. That's why there's no guardrail.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
I prefer to travel discreetly, if you know what I mean.
Aw, don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please.
I go by Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublet. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You are not what I expected to find a Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot.
Cannibals?
But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I guess I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Sure.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Oh, sure. Who is Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
But why do they call him the Black Hole?
On account of him being the best hacker who ever played. Nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way.
Okay, that's all I'll ever need to hear on the subject.
Whatever you say. I could talk tossball for hours.
That poster sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can get your poster for you.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay, so I think we just got a passcode. I'm just very curious if we can do this. Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't know if I had to like log in so I could do that in the future. I don't know. like, to trigger an event. Grim. Kind of a cutie patootie. Oh, I'll take these. Not that I need these, but like... Now we're buying some of this stuff at, you know, cost, but... Yeah... That's fine. All right. We're literally just buying a crud ton of ammo. Because reasons! Alright. So I know we're supposed to go into the yacht club, but... Well, who would I be if I didn't just, like, randomly, you know...
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Okay, that's where we came in. Just trying to get a feel.
Wrap Musk and Canadize, right here.
Sebastian? Well, that's a name person.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Mostly fresh. Why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years. But he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Parvati, you're gonna have to help me out on this one.
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
Oh.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially.
Have you seen a manta queen?
Sure. They're real big. Hard to miss them.
Where have you seen one?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what. I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Well, if he's a friend of Parvati's, I suppose I oughta.
Thanks, Captain.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
All right. Who's looking at me? I guess a gal can't commit just random crimes around here. Uh-oh.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Okay, take a deep breath and tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails.
She's really into entrails. Already. I know. What were you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak.
Okay.
Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs, and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen.
I assume that her baby is a grown man. I will help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas.
I'm pretty sure he is not a boy. Just something tells me he is not a boy. Okay. Okay. That must be Zhang. Okay. Residents.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick.
Alright. Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Well, I know we have other people to meet, but I was just told not to go somewhere. Just putting that out there. I was told not to go somewhere. I'm going to stretch my legs for a second. And when we come back, we are going to completely ignore that gentleman's request for us not to go into the lower apartment. Because, of course, there was much screaming when I came out of the kitchen. Somebody who was sleeping quite peacefully in the front window started, like, screaming her head off. So she got a couple dental treats. Not like a full, like, serving, but... Alright, so is there a quest for the... Oh, hey, we got some character level ups too. My mistake. Alright, so... Shake it off. Okay. Engineering bonus, cool. We're gonna give her more health. And Vicar Max. Gonna give him more armor. Got some vending machines. Well, we were told not to go into the downstairs apartment.
You do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
Is this just like a regular person? Dropping a care package off with the Mathers in the old ruin south of Stellar Bay. Be back soon. Laura, I know you're reading this. Stay out of my things. Oh. Does she have a name? That is Laura.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
I didn't mean to scare you. Some interesting things here. Is this it? See if there are any more notes to read about all this. Okay, so that's 2 upstairs apartments. That's the body. Kind of a nice, kind of communal sort of living situation. To Nandi. Mr. Nandi, sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia's keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Do you think you could talk to her about it? Oop. Should go back to root. Isaac, can you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites a mantis worms and a mantis swarm. It's everyone's problem. Hecht. Braxton, I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all times of the night and day, haha. But maybe you could try to close your door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Okay, maybe it's not a great place to live. I don't know. It's just kind of tidy, I guess. I don't know what she's doing.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
Okay. Mr. Pickett. Thank you, autosave. There we go. Ooh, this betting slip contains increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. Ooh, hastily packed suitcase. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into the suitcase. So he owed money. He was ready to run. So I guess we should be investigating. What do you think? The betting outfit, because I think that's where we're at. There's also a bunch of lockpicks in here. Alright, so here's the actual victim who does not have a name. Okay. She's still here?
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Clearly not. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I'm not surprised by the betting. I feel like if you're stuck in outer space, there's definitely only so much to do. Oh, I was like, is that a needle? No, it looks like a cigar. Okay. I mean, I know this place is only so big, but I thought I would at least check it all out. Just in an alley with some mist. It's totally not suspicious at all. Oh, here's an open door. I don't know what I was expecting in here. Y'all need to get in here so I can close this door. Got a little cart. That's cute. Kind of a sort of grab-all, sort of catch-all bowl here. A lot of little bowls of kind of trash and widgets, but Saltuna? Spacer's Chop. Knock you out bar. That just straight explodes. Fair bit of ammo. It's almost like the game knows that this might be a dangerous location. Are any usable terminals? Seems like a weird place to have all this machinery and not be able to interact with it, but that's fine. Moving on. Okay, so that is the betting location. Ew, I don't... some kind of fungus?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Velma, huh? Wonder what that is.
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
And that goes back out into the street. Oh, we have like a little canteen. I wonder what mag packs are actually supposed to be used for in this world, because I feel like they're common enough that they don't seem like an intentionally illicit item. We came in that way, right? That is a fine-looking toilet. We are all sorts of just nosing around where we don't belong. I like it. Oh, I saw a computer terminal there. Oh! And this takes us out to the loading, maybe to the landing pad? He seems thrilled to be here. Just open all the doors. Fantastic! Welcome to the stream. So this looks super sus. We've got a bloody note. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. You do not have to see yourself out for puns. Puns are welcome around here. That's for darn sure. Okay, I definitely picked up a note though. Hastily packed suitcase. Alright. I'm a big fan of dad jokes, so we're good. A crumpled note found on a corpse in Stellar Bay. Most of the text on this note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the words Lilia and passcode. Okay. Well, I hope you're doing well today, Tasman. We are, you know, appropriately... Oh, the ruins. Okay, I didn't realize that the ruins were going to be under the city.
Got it? Inside voices.
You know, let's keep visiting around town, shall we? I feel like we're going to get ourselves into trouble prematurely. Hey, there's a ladder though. And it goes to a single locked box. Perfect. I love it. Oh, there's more stuff for us to loot though. So we've uncovered some foul play involving an illegal gambling ring. So we got that going for us. And whatever this factory is, we're definitely just like wandering around like we've just given ourselves permission to take a tour. Oh, it's a workbench. I thought it was a computer terminal. Okay. Well, we came down here. We found this little canteen. We've pretty much cleared that out, despite the junk. Ooh, is that a... a Mr. Ouch. We don't need a Mr. Ouch. Oh, I really missed, didn't I? Smells like wrapped in here. That's probably me. That's probably my stinky bed. Okay, so I think that's where we're supposed to go for like the larger quest. We're gonna go back to the betting place because we're solving a murder on our way to solve another murder. That seems correct.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
Oh! We play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me?
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch?
It's part of a goodwill tour of Halcyon. We're meeting our fans today in the colony.
Ha! Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you?
You said you were having trouble receiving tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
Who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. If it isn't the famous hacker, enjoying Stellar Bay. What can I do for you?
Oh, I guess that's all for now. I was gonna ask about the teeth, but I guess I got ahead of myself. Alright, well that's some progress. Oh, the yacht club. Okay, we did miss this. Bennett, huh?
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
You've got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
Do you miss the old days?
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
No, I'm good. Because you seem kind of like an asshat.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies. Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Oh!
You're not listening
Nyoka.
to a word, are you?
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding. All over the place. Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Let's just keep listening.
But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Perfect.
Shut the fuck. Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
My dad always kept his firearms and liquors in different lockers. Said it wasn't safe to mix them.
Out here, if you ain't a little buzzed, you're liable to notice the stench of life. The grit in the air. The dust in every drink and the blood on every boot.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Adamanda.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure, another round, bartender.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I was told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it.
I think it's
brass
tax.
Rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
What do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be back. Perfect. And then, let's talk to McGuire.
Well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such.
What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
How well do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
Nothing right now. Alright. So, where are we at? Back on track. Okay, so behind here. I guess I have to go around the other way. And that guy seems like a pretentious butt nugget, not gonna lie. Alright, I guess we're just going in.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Hey! What are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Ooh. I'm making it my business.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
You've bullied people long enough. If you know what's good for you, you'll clear out and never come back.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Yeah! Charisma! I'll take those. Thank you muchly. Anything to, like, avoid unnecessary firefight. There is just, like, something, I don't know. I kind of had, I don't know, a bit of, like, a Zoro vibe when putting together some of my more recent characters. So, like, that's the vibe. Alright.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
No, you have a meeting with me.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now,
What business brings you here?
He probably like moisturizes them with like salt tuna oil. I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for salt tuna.
Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by? Or, sounds like you're freer than anyone in Halcyon. I like that. It's a little, like the first one implies that like desperation. I feel like that's kind of a jab. A little honey, shall we? Sounds like you're freer than anyone in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham. Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
What do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Enough preamble. What's the plan? Or this lady knows what's going on.
It's true. Our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Hey, Magenta! Welcome to the stream. Once you have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of your plan? How are you doing? Long time no see. It's been a few weeks.
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Oh, our skills aren't high enough. I guess I'll get you that Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, There should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I feel like that could be something to barter. I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah and his hooligan friends. I ran them out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Of course you would have. Summer is hot. Summer is hot. It's supposed to be like over 40 degrees like all next week. An excuse to eat ice cream because it's practical now. Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I have questions about MSI and the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
So how did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
So Magenta, what's your plan on staying cool while it's kind of boiling? Did you mean you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Playing video games to stay cool? That sounds like a plan. Yeah, it's supposed to be 44 degrees Tuesday and Wednesday. And of course, like, Thursday's a national holiday. So, like, of course it has to be ridiculously hot. Wow, it looks like it's going to be pretty toasty, like... Yeah. So you guys going to be in the upper 30s, I guess. Like, it looks like Eastern Europe is going to be very hot and humid in places, and then to the south. So, like, hot and steamy. Well, maybe incentive to stay in and stream a little or something. I'm thinking that when we go on our, like, you're looking forward to snow. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. I don't know. I don't mind when it's hot because we get, like, a breeze in the valley. So yeah. I don't know. Oh, the information just fell out of my head. Oh, well. Oh, I know what it is. I'm thinking about adding a 4th stream to the weekend. I'm going to have like a kind of a slow period for work coming up soon. So yeah, that might be a possibility. Alright, what happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
Well, it seemed... but not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
I have the radar up. Yeah. Sorry, Magenta. It does look like your general area is going to be spicy and humid. I'm sorry. If I could send you some of our nice dry heat, I would. Pretty much. Alright. Very forward thinking of you.
It's humane.
We're just gonna butter
But
this guy
it's
up.
also
We're going
good
to need
business
his
sense.
help, and
Exhausted,
no sense in
sick,
being
and
disrespectful.
malnourished workers are not
directly,
productive
at
workers.
least.
Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Miss
Yeah, I
Holcomb
picked
is
up
our endlessly optimistic
some like
crew
little
hand.
frozen like
It's good for the captain's morale.
like pineapple cups last week.
A noble thought,
so-
Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Who's this us and we you keep talking about?
Oh, well, there were surely other junior executives with more open minds, though none of them had the temperament to handle the paperwork.
Who are you talking about? You're being a little cagey.
But I was keeping my tone flat and maintaining eye contact. You weren't supposed to notice.
We
I was
did
avoiding
miss
the
out on a
subject.
perception check, though.
This is why you've never been good with presentations, sir.
Very well.
Magenta, I'm liking Celia's
many
hair
years ago,
here.
Graham
It's
Bryant and
got
I
some
used to
pink.
be
It's got some like aqua
collaborators,
in it. I don't know if it's just the lighting, but it looks pretty awesome. Right? So he helped you make your case to the to the senior executives?
Indeed, for all the good it did. MSI's then leadership wasn't enthusiastic. They insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
I hope you gave him the finger.
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless
I wasn't
savages.
thinking monarch like king. I was thinking monarch like butterfly. I guess that tells you where my brain is. That's low, even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's
Something about
useful
declaring
in a
someone an
governing body
outlaw
like
wearing
the
a
board.
tie and cardigan.
Something that keeps us from
Maybe
anarchy,
that's just me
but
throwing a little shade, but I'm just
dearly
saying.
wish it functioned differently.
A suit and tie? Absolutely. Something about, like, the Cardi, though. Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon. Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order
Says
isn't
this
a principle
guy
to snub
who's
one's
like
nose
looking
at, Captain.
for
To
like
be on the board is to be part of the colonial community.
apocryphal
Being
text.
cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Good for you. Force them to the bargaining table.
I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
I feel like this guy is kind of a rebel in his own mind. Like he's almost there. He's almost there. What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I
I'm
love
afraid
Parvati.
the welfare of a few
She's
hundred
so
people is too
cute.
minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they invoked it on Monarch.
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
You used to work with Graham. Why not mention that earlier?
As far as I'm concerned, the less said about Graham, the better.
Fair.
Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
I want to talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this hair. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick, yeah. It's not just the lighting. I like the pink and the aqua. Wonder if I can get a good... Just trying to get, like, a cute picture of them without their name tags, but that's alright. Aesthetics! Okay, what are we working on? I've been super distracted. So we took care of the steel rat. Here, these are completed. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. That's what started this. So we have like a murder mystery to do. So I think we'll do that next week. Okay, so before we leave here, Celia might know something about Grimm's poster.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? Are you having money troubles?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats
Parvati.
us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't know about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this villa.
He's sort
Got
of
the
a strong,
squish?
silent type.
I could really lean into
my
that.
apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Oh, that's right, they were. It was in the community, like, messages at the apartment building. I can talk to him for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much.
Flowers for
Maybe
Sebastian.
don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
What do you see in Sebastian before I leave?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skip on lower body exercises.
Never skip leg day. That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Hold on.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Oh, Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him,
Ooh, Velma.
Velma's the one to ask.
Is
She's
she
in the
going
warehouse.
to be as
But I'll warn
saucy
you,
as
Grim
like
wore her patience thin a long
Velma.
time ago.
Alright. First things first. I feel like... Okay, so Grim tomorrow. Let's swap that out with flowers for Sebastian. Because he's right here. We might as well. Yeah, I mean, you know.
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Mostly fresh. I want to talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
You know she likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
No. She's interested in you. Romantically.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go
Hey, where's Chef Raymond's?
Maybe to Chef
Have-
Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian.
We
Be
haven't
yourself.
been invited to Chef
Between you and me,
Raymond's.
Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Hell yeah. We are just leveling up like crazy today. I'll take it, but like, whew.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
Look, you've got your chance. Have fun and don't overthink it. He said you're ugly and stinky. Well, yeah, it's from the Raptidon set. So Magenta, before you hopped on, we found like a guy running out of an apartment building and he was like retching. And he's like, don't go in there. There's a dead body. So obviously we're going to go in there because there's a dead body. And there's like a terminal and then there's like notes between like all the residents, and because there's like individual quarters and then there's like some shared spaces, and And there's like a note to Celia about the animal stench coming from her apartment because she's buying so much of animal stuff from Sebastian. So you are not correct. You are not incorrect with the stinky. I think she's pretty. That's fine, but she might smell like some old meat parts. Also, that's a great way for me to say, hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Alright, don't overthink it.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Aw, yeah. Matchmaker, make me a match. Okay. So we kind of lost out on an opportunity with our persuade. And let's not do that again. Yes. Perfect. We're getting smart. Alright, so we've made that little love connection there. Let's take a look at our journal. I think there's a couple more things that we could be doing in town. Wait, what? Excuse you. There we go. So Radio Free Monarch, that's fine. We're gonna come back to that though. Grim tomorrow. I'm hoping their Velma is just as hot. I'm just saying. There we go. There's so many like things between like us and oh, I can't jump. I'm gonna jump over stuff. Obsidian, have you learned nothing working with Bethesda? I need to be able to jump over silly things. Like yeah. Ooh, I did not notice. Look at these delicious bags of mostly fresh meat. Mostly. Alright. Hi, Velma.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, alright? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Oh, she is intense. Take it easy. What are you talking about? Catherine.
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought
Sure
you were
did.
another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately.
I got some pet pills.
First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Pescatological health manager. And that would be such a baller title to like put on her resume. I don't know. Your chief, who's the one sits?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions
I beg
of
your
working hours.
finest pardon.
Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Not too many tumors? He'll come back eventually. You can't contain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments.
Sure.
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply.
Woo!
Something else on your mind?
I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way.
Oh.
Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
She does sound easier to deal with. Or so it's about the money. So it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
You still have the poster?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
He didn't pay for the poster?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
I'm sure we could work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I? Ooh, or... You want to have him... I am helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it?
Oh, that service is free.
I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
You said Braxton had been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Why didn't you turn them in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this Altoona, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Mostly it's like mostly fresh and mostly tumor-free. That should just be their new slogan. Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Okay. They're hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve some compensation?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
Why can't you give him the pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Sanjar's going to notice your shortfalls before long, and he'll hold you responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on.
Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here? Because I think we have to talk to her too.
Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
See you later. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll start with this. I don't know. She's definitely a sleazy boss. But like, we could make this a lot easier. And I'm really determined to get to those boxes. Alright, here we are. There was a ladder in here, and I don't remember. There it is. Okay. And then I hopped up here. Okay. Too far. I'm gonna do it. There's probably nothing in that box I need, but like I need to do it. There's no reason. Just pride. Ugh. Why am I like this? I need like a cool grabby hand. So I keep overshooting this. So so not worth it.
Against regulation. What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Alright, let's see, we got a bucket. It's not really a good way to jump up there, but I want that one too. Just because I can! Alright, I'm done. Now I'm just irritated. Okay, we cleaned that out. Let's go this way. I think we're going to the yacht club? What a... It's like the only sign that we've seen like really work in this game so far. Yeah, case in point. Like, there's just electricity shooting out of there. Okay. Oh, upstairs. Thought it was going to be on a shelf, but I think that's actually the place.
So, guess who Celia brought home the other night? Finally. Now she can stop buying that junk thing.
Laura?
You again! You've really got to stop doing that!
I'm looking for Braxton.
Braxton? I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Relax. No one's in... Ooh. You've been taking drugs.
No! Okay, maybe. Just a little... Braxton always has a good stash.
Hi,
I just like to
everyone.
let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
Do you know Braxton? Where is he now?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Alright, that's all I
We're in
needed.
agreement that this Braxton is probably dead, right?
The secret people. Okay. So, there's also this one. So we'll do what we can like immediately in town, and then I guess we'll go find Braxton. We did find that little hatch. But the vicar is probably right. Even if we find him, he may not be in great condition. Yeah, look at that sign. And then the one on the other side of town. There's definitely...
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one?
Vicar! Oh, I can't play the cool piano? Who's this guy? Also, who's that guy? Okay, that's a pretty cool couch for like a nightclub. Not gonna lie. Hey look, it's Caleb, and he looks like a giant nerd.
New face, huh?
And not in a good way.
You from Off-World?
Yep, Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be.
We
Here,
got some glacial
let me
water.
buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad that made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
We need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Sanjar's gonna fire Velma if you don't return to work.
I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
Caleb's doing the talking.
Okay, cool. Well, if we're gonna do crimes, you both have to come in here. Okay, there is something about these, like, kegs with, like, the electronic indicators I find really funny. And is that stuck in the shelf? Yeah. Okay, well, we're just gonna go. Any cool stuff to find? Just a shunt? Okay. Oh, it's Grim.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
I don't want to break his heart. I want to be able to be like, yeah, we worked it out for you. Everything's good. Oh. Sorry, guys. That was like a phone call from my mom, but I guess she just butt dialed me. I feel like I'm at that age when, like, a relative calls, like, it's cause for panic. Oh, this resident is cramping my style. Alright, well, I guess maybe she'll realize it later. It's been way too exciting of a week. I really did go the longest way possible.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh. I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
Well, wait. What am I supposed to tell her? Alright, let's try it again.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Let's talk about Caleb.
You knocked any sense into him yet?
I told him you're about to lose your job. He said he'd come back.
Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay.
Honest
Something else on
pay
your
for
mind?
honest work. Alright, so... Wait, where was the other one? Oh, secret people, that's what it was. Okay, let's go this way. Honest pay for honest work. Oh my goodness.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
We should probably save. It's been a minute. I'll probably play a little longer today. It doesn't sound like Mr. B is done with his workout yet, so we're just hanging out. Okay, let's take a look at the map. The secret people. Okay, cool. But we are going to 100% sneak. Tara! My cat is, I mean, every day is workout day for my cat. I don't know, what do you guys think? That's kind of a fun little thumbnail. Yeah, she did have Zooms this morning.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get
Magenta, do you have any pets at home?
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
Oh yeah, there we are. Woo! What's that? Raptidon Colossus. Okay, we're not using the right... There we go. That's old reliable. You have tapeworms. Oh, well, I mean, I guess if they keep you company.
On your right, Cap!
Whoa! Hey, where did he come from?
This is bad! Everyone all right?
I mean, is it... I don't know. I guess if someone had a particular interest and... Oh, somewhere in my brain I know the correct word for like, oh, there were explosives down here. My bad. For people who are like worm enthusiasts, they do have like a special name, but I mean, I guess if you're into that, and it probably isn't different than people who keep those like giant like centipedes, or people who keep like those giant primordial worms as pets. So I'm definitely more of a fur and feathers kind of gal, but you know, to each their own. Hey, look at that cool sign. Okay. Wait. Is there something explosive nearby?
Got a fight on our hands.
Oops.
Hit.
Guys, back up.
Down they go.
Wow, you guys really did do that. Okay, cool.
Everyone all right?
Would you keep a mandrake as a pet? Maybe, but I would never repot it, because I know better. Magenta, is Delicious in Dungeon available in your region? I know it like really varies on the streaming services. Actually, let's go be nosy. I think I wasn't sure if you meant like a Harry Potter mandrake or like a Delicious in Dungeon mandrake. I mean, I think they both scream, but like, yeah. I like how she's going to me. Like, yeah, that's why we're doing this. Oh, look at this fella back here. Do I want to know? He's just wearing his little nice hat. And I have stolen his nice hat. There are a lot of lockpicks for what I believe is a some interesting looking book covers. Oh. This is a marauder? Yeah. I will take your purple berry, sir. Oh, nothing hidden back there. Oh. Got some bits. Yeah, I think as long as you don't repot them, they might be okay. But I do like the mandrakes from Delicious in Dungeon. We finished the first season, and I'm like, do I want to rewatch the first season? It was a really fun time. Elf Senshi with just like, yes, with the roses just like fluttering everywhere. Classic. Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Here we go.
That's one down.
Parvati? You good? I'm not terribly familiar with the kind of expanded Harry Potter universe, but if you could have any of the any of the companion animals from that universe, what would you have? Hippogriff? Are the kestrels the ones that, like, only certain people can see? Or thestral?
Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
I believe this place has seen better days.
Okay, so I think we came in that direction. Yeah, so we want to go this way. The big horse thing? Yeah. There's also those, like, what are they, like the pygmy puffs, the little, like, tribble guys. They're really cute. I must switch to the... Yeah. Have we saved in a while? I don't remember.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
I'm looking for a man named Braxton. He supposedly came by here.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Are you sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost
Are
ready.
these the cannibals that we were warned about?
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
They're totally cannibals. Actually, I'm looking for a man named Braxton.
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names.
Is something wrong?
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, too.
Other times, it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Maybe I can help you.
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Okay. Before we talk to Mama, there's Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
Not to be judgy, but why does everyone here have skin conditions? Sure, I brought some candies.
That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
Was his name Braxton?
I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers.
So, wait, this like skin thing that we've only really seen since coming to this planet, are all the people with the skin condition cannibals? Because we were definitely told there were cannibals on this planet. What can you tell me about this man?
Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal.
Why isn't he bringing you more rocket candies?
He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that. They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
I gotta go.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Perhaps we should skip dinner. My stomach has been a tad unsettled of late.
Is that the whole family? That's a pretty nice little house. It's probably one of the nicest houses we've been to. What are we supposed to find here? Also, something tells me we are going to find more than just cannibals. Think we're looking at some kind of religious cult. Yeah.
Oh no. No.
It is unnatural, an affront to the grand plan.
Braxton Heck. If lost, please return to Velma Ballard, our current supervisor of MSI fishery operations. And a blade called Supper Time. Something tells me this house doesn't smell very good either. So I'm assuming by opening that door we have triggered events now. Any journals?
Keep him quiet, Cap.
That's the plan. Levy Mather's poetry journal. Private, do not read. Sunrise. The sun crests the horizon as round, soft, and warm. As the lump of a cysty peg, the day is fresh and alive with possibility. Trees. Ever reds rise from the ground, glistening and triumphant in daylight. They remind me that life can grow, even here amidst the dust. Sky. Monarch 1 grows large and dark, like a moth that eats the sky. I tried to think of weird words I had to describe it, but something dark swallows them. Oh, his spelling is getting worse. Hunger. There is a knack sharp in my stomach. Hurts all the time. Food makes me sick. Water makes me sick. Always hungry. I can't think. Oh yeah, we just got an autosave. That's fantastic. Interesting collection of stuff though. Forget getting that key now. Are we on a balcony? Like I said, this is a gorgeous house. There's
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
Yeah, it's one of my better qualities.
How very rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
Watch out!
Excellent hit!
Oh yeah, I forgot about my special gun.
How many others do you suppose they killed?
Rum and something? Is that all of them? Mother? Lizzie? Levi? I guess... She got rope, and I'm guessing it's not for trussing a chicken. Poor guy. Look, I'm not saying that, like, stealing drugs to sell to people or give to people who need them is, like, the worst thing. But, like, it certainly doesn't deserve to be, like, being eaten by a, yeah, nobody deserves to be eaten, not by, yeah. Oh, that's no bueno. I did not realize we were going to encounter the cannibals so early into our trip here. Whoopsie.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
I've got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
He was killed by cannibals.
That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
It's a rotten way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Have we come to an arrangement on Grimm's poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
You won't do business if your neighbors hate you. Consider this an investment.
I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
See you later. The first quest we picked up on this rock, and it's going to be the one we finish the stream with. I am really looking forward to exploring this planet. Super dangerous, super gross. It's got big animals, it's got cannibal cults and stuff. It's gonna be great. Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh,
Have you had time to check
But
on that
now I'm a
poster
little
yet?
bit worried about
I keep
his
wondering if it's
skin.
come in.
Like, it might just be a coincidence, but... Here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker,
Dude's gonna
too.
spend
Never get the chance to use it
5,600
these days.
bits at the bar? Oh my gosh, that's another level up for us, too. Oh, heck yes. Alright. Yeah, let's get this up all the way. And then okay, that seems pretty good. Lockpick preview. Ooh, that's pretty good. 20% increase on that. I don't know. We'll put some more fibbing onto the list. We've been doing pretty good with that. Alright, another one of these. Yeah, let's do this. Amazing. Okay, so let's look at our journal so that this is set up for next time. All right, we're gonna start with passion pills next time, so that we can get Nyoka to be our guide. Well, thank you so much for everyone for hanging out today. It was a little bit longer stream, but I think it was totally worth it. Yeah, so I should be back tomorrow with more Baldur's Gate and more Fallout 3. So I hope to see some of you there. But either way, until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. And happy sipping. Have a great weekend, everyone.